What's going on, guys? I'm up here at Maple Motors in Hendersonville, Tennessee. I got a 1957 Chevrolet sitting here. I'm gonna do a little review on them. I'm gonna walk around, point out any kind of flaws I can find. Then we're gonna take a test drive. So if you haven't checked out my videos previously, got over 1,000 videos on here. You can check them out. All the inventory of Maple Motors is on here. We update with about 10 cars every week. But what I like to do is get down low, get up close, find any kind of flaws. That way when you get here, you know exactly what kind of car you're getting. And today, it's kind of a cool day. It's got a 57 sitting here. We got 3 56 models sitting to the right. So I should have 8 videos by the end of the day, test drives included. So be watching. We're gonna start up close on this front bumper. Bumper seems to be in good condition there. It's not all chipped up, not a lot of chrome pitting. But when you come up to this top piece, there is a little bit of pitting going on. Specifically in the one attached to the hood. A little chip right here in the paint. See a few little chips on the hood here, touch-up marks. Paint's got a great shine to it. This car used to be red. See some light scratches going on here. Got a nice set of American racing wheels and new tires. Front wheel disc brakes. There's a few little imperfections in the paint. That kind of stuff can be buffed out. Some lines from the windshield wipers in the window. Trim around the window looks pretty good. It's not all beat up. Still a lot of little imperfections on this car. Looks like there's a hairline crack running down right here. Some rust bubbles popping up. You can also see the little bubbles popping up on the door here as well. It's like a very light scratch going down the side. That can be buffed out. It's not in the paint. They must have went by some tree branches. A couple little chips down here on the bottom of the door. Scuffing on the trim. Looks like new mirrors. See around the vent window, a little crusty. Same with the back window.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, you're good. That same little scratch is going down the side here. That one might not come out right there. I can kind of feel it if you did a buff on it. They had to be by some tree branches. Some pitting in the chrome back here. On these cars, they got the gas cap right here in the back. A little pitting down on the back bumper. Chrome exhaust tips. Let's see if this trunk's shut all the way. Trunk is shut. Kind of an amateur paint job. You can see the runs back here. Also, that's chemical reaction going on when they put the paint on. Bumper's not perfect. Same stuff's going on over here. See some orange peel in the back, right in this area. There was some body work done right here. I don't know if y'all could see that in here in the video or not, but it's in this general area. It's like a circle. Some paint chips back right behind the bumper. Also in this general area right here, it's about that big. See some dimples. Same chemical bubbles popping up there. Bottom of the door's got a few chips where they've touched up. A couple rust bubbles popping through the very bottom of the door. It catches that water. I'm here to point out any kind of flaws, guys. I'm gonna get every one of them that I can, that I can see. This trim looks pretty good here. When you come down right on the windows, you can see the pitting in the chrome. Of course, this car has not been restored. I believe it was a 265. It was hard to get the numbers, or hard to read numbers on the back of this, so I couldn't make them out. But comparing them to the other 265 we had, I was looking at the head bolts on the valve covers, and they look exactly the same, as well as the water pump. So my assumption was a 265. Got the generator in it. Needs a fan shroud. I haven't seen any overheating problems. Of course, we're getting ready to go on a test drive. I'll drive it around quite a bit. Try to make it do it. Give you any kind of flaws I can find running and driving wise. That way you know exactly what you're getting. The hood does not stay up by itself. The springs are wore out. So I'm gonna use this stick. Hold on just a second here. I'm gonna wedge it up in here. That way I could start her up and let y'all check it out. I'll work my way onto the inside of the car here. Let's see if that'll go back down. The door button's a little stiff. Probably needed to spray some WD-40, get it loosened back up. The interior is actually looking pretty good. Showing a little bit of signs of wear on the armrest, but I think that could be cleaned up. That's just some dirt down in there. Same with the seats. There's no holes. They look pretty good. Weather stripping is gone. It needs new weather stripping. All around the doors. That's just too hard. That's gone there. So yes, the carpet, I felt a little bit of water down here, a little damp. I washed it, and where there's no weather stripping, a little bit of moisture got in here. You can see where the car was red. See the chips in the paint and the door jam here. Looking around at the interior, it's in good shape. Headliner looks pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and take a peek in the trunk. Looks like the trunk key is the ignition key. Still got the insulation in here. The trunk looks pretty good. Weather stripping's a little bit better back here. It all needs to be replaced because it's all dry cracked. But at least this is soft. And I don't see any water in here. So it's doing its job. But I don't know how long it'll keep doing that the way the weather stripping is. Definitely needs to be replaced. Trunk pan's solid. There's a little dirt back here. A little dusty. Spare tire. Doesn't look too bad. Let me get this back in here so we can actually shut it correctly. That should do it there. Give it a little bit more of a firm shut there. Let's go ahead and start her up. Like I said, I believe it's a 265. I couldn't get those numbers off, so I compared them. Starts right up. I did not give it any gas. This morning, we actually started it yesterday. Ran great. This morning I went to start it. I just turned the key. It started right up on these 2-barrel carbs. If you go to give them gas when they're cold, first thing in the morning, they usually die. But this one did pretty good. I just turned the key, started it up, let it warm up for about 5 minutes, and pulled her back here with all the other 56 models. We're gonna check the radio out here. I do not believe it works. Wonder bar. We'll leave it on for a minute. Blower motor's not working. Let's try our windshield wipers. Make sure the rubber's on them yet. And they do work. Switch felt a little stiff. And it's like that game, you gotta play the game with them. Stop them at the bottom. Horn works. Motor's nice and smooth, nice and quiet. right, guys, I appreciate you watching my video. If you have any other questions, you can give us a call, 615-822-4444. I'll be happy to help you out. I got 100 detailed pictures of this car inside out and underneath on my website at maplemotors.com. You can also get financing options, transportation options, and it should answer a lot of your questions on our website. So please check that out before you give us a call. When you do all that, we'll be happy to talk with you and sell you a car. I'm gonna go ahead and get to these other 356 models. I appreciate y'all watching. Please share my videos. I post every single day. Subscribe if you haven't. You'll get notifications every time I post. Thanks again, guys.